Bell won the heat race earlier, so he was having a super night earlier tonight and then getting collected up by Hobscheit.
Well, this was our cleanest starting race of the night, but things have really slowed down quite a bit here in the middle part of the race. 20 laps expected in our Grand National A feature.
Butch Lavelle there in the car number 1 of Carter Lake, Iowa. Probably not very happy right now because he definitely had a strong car tonight.
And there's Justin Hobscheit in the 11 car in the Haka. And apparently neither one of those cars is... Well, Hobscheit's trying to get his car moving, and he'll get back to join the fight. Meanwhile, Butch Lavelle, though, looked like he had gone into the wall rather hard, had some body damage, and he'll go off on the hook.
I'll tell you, those Hobscheits, it's like they can take a licking and keep on racing out there. They're both out there. They're creating a lot of action for the rest of the field. Your leader, Glenn Roby, that veteran of racing in the Midwest.
You know, the last time we were here, Glenn was in a rather dangerous-looking accident.
It was. On the opening lap.
That's right.
Absolutely.
If I remember correctly, we had about seven or eight cars go out on that opening lap of the Grand Nationals back in July.
Looking back to the race between Glenn Roby and Gary Jones Sr., the 2 top points leaders right here at I80 Speedway. And it's not over with until this race is over. But Gary Jones has got a lead on Glenn Roby.
They've got the green flag. They go into turn 3. They'll be flying around turn 4 and along the front stretch momentarily, and it'll be Roby with the lead. A much better start this time. Jones really got a jump on him on our last restart. But going into turn number 1, Roby with a 2-length lead over Gary Jones. Bonnie in the 95 car sits in 3rd. We're getting a battle situated now for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Also, the 6th place car is coming up too rather strongly. Steve Light in the 9 car forcing the issue in that 3rd, 4th, and 5th fight. He's taking a high line. Meanwhile, Roby is now flying, opening up a 5, 6th length lead. 3 across going into turn number 3. Bonnie slides back into 5th place. Light going along that far straightaway and making a bid for 3rd place. Roby, Jones, and Light's got 3rd. The 18 car of Maynard Kinnersley sits in 4th position. Wow, what a run on the restart for Steve Light, and boy, they've got a little tussle going there low in turn number 2. There's the 9 car of Light. And the 18 of Maynard Kinnersley. Battle for 2nd and 3rd. Check that. That's the K9 car, not the 9 car.
Yeah, John Kinney Jr.
That would be John Kinney.
How many 9Ks did we have out there? Maybe it was Steve Light who was taken out earlier.
We had an 03 changed to a K9, and a K9 changed to an 03, and then they changed it back again.
Oh, these guys are colorful. Oh, yeah.
So John Kinney is making the moves and moving into 3rd position. But Glenn Roby and Gary Jones are now catching up to the slower traffic. It's Roby, Jones, Kinney, and Kinnersley, 1, 2, 3, and 4 as they start to string out on the field. Roby across the start-finish line. Jones is behind, coming up on the slower traffic, but it doesn't look like it would be much of a problem for Roby. He's had the power. He's not bunched. The traffic isn't bunched up ahead of him, and you see him making a clean pass along that back stretch, passing the 72X car of Chad Zuber.
I should break out the calculator. I don't know if Glenn Roby, if he wins this race over Gary Jones, I don't know what that will do in the point standings. Should check that out just to make.
Roby with the lead. Jones closing in just a bit. Clean racing here the last few laps. Great to see. Great to see these cars flying around at full speed. Jones closing in now on Roby.
Yeah, 360 spin in the backstretch. Car number 25. Amazing.
And near contact back there.
Was able to save that car. Last time I saw that maneuver was, I believe, Indy.
Look at the battle at the front of the field. Jones making his run on Roby. Jones showing some muscle here in the latter part of this race. Side by side through turn number 4. Jones making a bid for the lead. Can Roby shut him off? Now they're coming into traffic. Roby's going to have to take a higher line and lose the lead to Jones, who slid by. There, the traffic caught up to him. Gary Jones in the white 68 ahead of the black 8-ball car of Glenn Roby. And now Roby's going to challenge him with the middle line, but Jones shuts the door. Gary Jones flying around, looking great in that 68 car, leading our Grand National A feature.
Car number 22X just spun out in the infield there.
That's Ken Schmidt. He's out of the race. The 88 car of Chris Areth. He is checked out.
Watching from the sides.
Areth, the 88 car, had some problems there in the back stretch, and that's what Roby was coming up upon, and that enabled Jones to take that lead a couple of laps ago. Jones now with the lead. He's opening up a 5-car length lead on Glenn Roby on that back stretch. How about that? Boy, Roby really had the muscle car in the first half of the race.
It's like Roby's trying to find a nice cushion or a line for him to ride up high along with Gary Jones. Gary Jones, however, still pulling out just a little bit each lap. John Kinney Jr. in the 9K car, not far behind Glenn Roby, I think in the 3 spot. So we're in lap traffic now.
The 68 car of Gary Jones really has picked up some needed speed here in the last part of this Grand National A feature. And Roby is sliding further and further back. 3 laps remaining in our Grand National A feature. Can Glenn Roby find the needed speed that he had early on in the race to catch check that Gary Jones in the 68 car? It doesn't look like it. He's got smooth sailing as Roby makes his way through the slower traffic.
Just a couple laps left. I don't know if Glenn Roby is going to be able to catch the current points leader in the Grand National Division, Gary Jones. This will definitely seal his championship for this race if he can just hang on to the finish.
And Kenny in the K9 car. 5 lengths back in 3rd place. Gary Jones Sr. 17 years of racing at Omaha, working that 94 Camaro Z28. He has the white flag. 1 lap remaining in our Grand National A feature. The defending points champion. He had a great first half of the year, winning 3 A features. And it looks like he's got a chance to wrap up one right here on the final night of racing at the I80 Speedway.
John Kinney Jr. making a bid for 2nd place over Glenn Roby, coming around turn 4.
The checkered flag is out, and our winner is Gary Jones. At the line and for 2nd place, it's Glenn Roby.
John Kinney Jr. coming up in 3rd place in the 9K car. Kind of exciting there at the very end there for 2nd place. Glenn Roby, however, able to hang on.
Well, the first half of the race belonged to Glenn Roby, but the last half belonged to that man, Gary Jones.